Well, Heidi ho, neighbors. Welcome back to Cruising with the Carsons. As always, greetings and salutations. Hope you guys are doing well today. I got a little story that I'm bringing you about Keystone RV. Today, I was lied to by someone at Keystone. Actually, two individuals at Keystone. Thinking, I wanted to find out, has the recipe changed for the frames that come on some of these bigger units? Because I know that Keystone Montanas and the Keystone Avalanche have had their share of frame flex and frame failure. Like many of you, I stay connected and I watch and I observe through a lot of social media, whether it's YouTube or Facebook, but I belong to a lot of different pages and channels on YouTube and Facebook. So I thought, I'm going to make an inquiry. So what I did was I sent an email to Keystone's customer service. I said, hey, can someone tell me, have the frames changed on the bigger Montanas and the Avalanche models so that I don't have to worry about frame flex or anything like that on the 2025 models? And I said, mainly interested in this Keystone 2025 3761 FL front living room model. Let's get into that email exchange. I'll post something up on the screen here for you so you can follow along. So this was the response from a gentleman named John. Hey Greg, regarding the frames, Keystone uses Lippert frames. Each frame is designed by Lippert based on the floor plan that will go on that frame. Some Montana models have a 10-inch main I-beam with the 8-inch drop frame for larger pass-through. Other Montana models have the 12-inch main I-beam with 8-inch drop frame for larger pass-through. So I responded back right away. I said, hey John, I appreciate that, sir. I'm looking for direct clarification. If Keystone had rectified the specs on the frame used in the larger Montanas and Avalanche lines, so I wouldn't need to worry about any possible frame failure or frame flex. I appreciate any clarity you can give me. We really like the 2025 Montana Legacy that we're looking at. He responded back, hey Greg, I'm not aware of a frame problem. Right. You might try Keystone customer service to see if they can help you. They can be reached at 866 da-da-da-da-da. So, I called the number. Dang right I did. The gal answers, all polite and nice. How can I direct your call? What you looking for? I said, well, looking for someone I can talk to about frames, mainly on the Montana and Avalanche line. I want to see if anything's changed to prevent any frame flex or frame failure. She said, oh, no problem. I will get you right over to the person that would know that. Okay, that sounds great. 2 rings later. Hello? Guess who it was, guys? This is John. Guys, I about lost my shizzle. I go, John? The same John I was just emailing with about frames on a 2025 Montana? Oh, yeah, that's me. I said, I called the number that you asked me to call, and they sent me over to you with my questions about the frames. Well, what are you looking for exactly? I said, I explicitly described it in my email to you. I want to know if the recipe has changed for the main frames on Montana's Avalanche, because I don't want to worry about frame flex moving forward. I said, I've lost 2 units to frame flex. Don't want to do it again. He said, well, I haven't heard of any problems like that. I'm like, you've got to be kidding me. He said, I've been in this business since 1998. And he said, I know in like some 98, 99 models, we had to change some stuff in the pin box because they were failing and there was some cracking. Why, have you heard anything lately? I'm like, oh my God. Pinocchio, your nose is getting longer and longer. We'll be able to play a game of hoops on that thing pretty soon, John. I said, well, I'm sure you've heard of the problem, John. I got sent over to you with frame questions. I said, don't you follow the Keystone Montana page or any of the Avalanche pages or Dustin Simpson, Keystone in the shop with Dustin? I said, it's blatantly all over the place. Montana's Avalanche have had their share of frame problems, etc. Oh, well, I hadn't really heard anything about that. Are you talking about on late models? I said, yes, John. 2022s, 2023s, 2020, 2021. Yes, many. I said, you should know. You're at the factory. I'm sure you've seen the models coming back to get repairs. John says, oh, well, I'll tell you what, I'll have to get back to engineering and see if I can't get some answers from them, if anything has been changed on the frames of the models. So I got your number here. I'll get back to you. And there you have it. Lied to. Why are RV manufacturers vehemently covering up this problem that has ravaged the RV industry and the fifth wheel market in particular on bigger campers? It gets covered up by signing non-disclosure agreements and settlement agreements, which I would know all too well about, right? That's a fact. There's so much silence and covering up in the RV industry. And if they would only come out and own the problem, they would look like heroes. I'm not about government overreach by any means, you guys. I think the government sticks its nose into too many things, but let me put something to you this way. When it comes to your car or your truck that you drive and turn the key and get out on that road, highway, street, wherever it is that you drive, those are highly regulated by the government to keep us all safe. You can't have unsafe vehicles driving around out there that pose a hazard and a problem to other drivers, because there would be people dying right and left, right? Makes sense? That's why you have recalls. That's why you have government regulating these things. Shouldn't it be the same for an RV? An RV shares the road. It goes down the road, whether it's towed by your vehicle, whether it's a coach that you drive. It just seems to me that these things should be much more regulated than they are. Because in a catastrophic failure, someone's going to die. If a pin box failed miserably and a camper came unattached or fell onto a truck, onto the bed, and that truck lost control and swerved in and hit somebody and killed them, or the drivers, is that what it's going to take for the RV industry to wake up? But why do they have to keep lying about it over and over again and hiding the problems? I'll tell you exactly why. It's because the shareholders and stockholders and CEOs and the bean counters are lining their pockets off of your and my back. That's a fact. If they had to face massive recalls, that could possibly shut down the doors for manufacturing, cause bankruptcies, loss of jobs, etc. So this is big business, you guys. It's big business. And honestly, the only way to shut it all down is to either get the government involved or we just stop buying their crap and their RVs until we know that we got a product that's safe and that can stand up to the test of time, that can go down the road safely without causing any issues or problems. I don't know what else could be done. I'd like to hear your comments of what you guys think about all this, about why they're hiding and why they're lying about things to this day, even though they know that they have a major, major problem going on. So drop a comment below if you would, you guys. I got another video coming up shortly about my experience with this particular Montana and my back and forth with the dealership about that particular camper. So stay tuned for that one. Hit the like and subscribe button if you would, guys. That'd be cool. But until then, we'll see ya